Yo, what up, YouTube? Alright, y'all, so today we got the worst hobbies by Saint Don. I seen this video and I was like, and I seen the thumbnail, I was like, yeah, this seemed like a pretty good video right here. So we about to react to this video with the worst hobbies. Off the top, one of my worst, well, not one of my worst, but one worst hobby that I've seen a lot of people do, and I don't understand this, is cave diving. Why do people purposely go diving in caves, and then some people that do that, they'll purposely see a very tight space and still try to squeeze in it to discover the cave or to freaking just explore the cave. I am not that desperate to see what is inside of a cave to the point where I see like a small hole or a small space just wide or big enough for me to squeeze through a little bit to where I might possibly get stuck and possibly die. I do not want to see the inside of a cave that badly. I don't. But yeah, we about to get into it though. If you do, before we do, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and yeah, let's do it.
Whatever you be doing in your free time, that's really your own business. But sometimes I have to ask you, for what reason? Because some hobbies seem to be the most boring thing in the world, or so stupid or dangerous it has me questioning how it could possibly be fun.
Yeah,
First up, I'm gonna start with these dangerous ass hobbies. You know, something like parkour seems to be fun, right?
Yeah, parkour is a good thing to like see people do, and even you might want to try a little bit. Like you might want to do something calm, like jump off jump from one roof to another, as long as the roofs are like very close to each other, or you might want to try something like maybe doing a little backflip or something like that. But my bad, Joe. I heard a lot of noise, but yeah.
Doing some light jumps or a couple flips here and there,
Exactly.
or whatever this is. But once you start doing double backflips up the Empire State Building and gripping onto glass panes with the tips of your fingers, I think we've lost the plot. Because there's no way someone can find enjoyment out of doing this. You're telling me you feel good doing this?
Oh my god, bro.
If you don't feel good, we're done, sir.
Is the fact that your life is in danger what makes it more enjoyable for people? Because realistically, that's dumb as hell, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the older adrenaline junkies out there. Because deadass, you're out here stressing me out, putting your life at risk like this. Have you ever tried playing some Roblox Squid Game? That will get your heart pumping. That's real adrenaline.
No, please don't kill me.
I sort of get the appeal, like it would be fun to jump out of an airplane, but a huge part of that enjoyment.
Yeah, I thought about doing that later on in life, but that's something I feel like I would be too scared to even have a parachute. Because just the mere thought of if I jump out the plane and then the parachute doesn't work for whatever reason, then you cooked. You're very cooked.
Is the fact that I know I'll live, okay? There's a nigga strapped to my back that's been doing this for years. Zesty ass profession, by the way. But some people just have to take it to the next level. Okay, what is this, bro? And the worst form of this adrenaline-seeking nonsense is cave divers. We've all seen the memes, and you're probably familiar with the Nutty Putty cave incident. And if you're not, just look at this picture. I'm pretty sure you can deduce what happened here.
Saddam Hussein hiding spot.
But cave divers, pretty much what they do, they go into these little ass holes purely out of love of the...
And as you can see, I was just talking about this before I started the video. As you can see why I don't understand it. Bro, look at that tight space. Look at the space between his shoulders, his chest, and the cave itself. Why would you want to do that? Why would you possibly want to get stuck like that, bro? Now, if he gets stuck like that, he ain't got nobody to call he has no one he can call to try to get out of that. Could you want to do stupid stuff like get stuck in a tight cave spot like this?
Game, because 90% of the time, these caves don't go anywhere. I might, have an inkling of understanding if maybe the entrances to these caves led to somewhere. Like a crazy ass light up spot. But
now, if a cave did lead to something like this would be fire. This would be amazing. But half of these caves don't. They just lead to another dark empty space.
No, they just like fitting in holes. Pause. These niggas will go in pairs like they care about their safety, watch their friend die to a loose rock, and then think it's a good idea to continue exploring.
Wow, guys, Giuseppe's dead. A massive boulder just landed on his head, crushing his skull, shooting his eyes out of their sockets. It was really an eye-opening experience. On the bright...
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned...
What? Yeah, nah, I'm good.
This is one of the stupidest things you can do. Anybody that does all of this, you know, they're probably not all there in their head.
Of course not.
But for a hobby to be trash, it's not just something dangerous, okay? There's a lot of stuff that's just straight up lame. For example, if you collect some lame ass shit, I'll let card collecting slide because it's high-key tough. Like
Yeah, kinda it is tough, but I'm not a card collector, but like if you collect Funko Pops and stuff like that, or like certain rare stuff that almost like a Dashie plushie or something like that, you're cool. But if you just collecting random things, you're just
Yo and Pokemon, you know, all the games you can actually play. But like sports cards, in my opinion, they're kind of stupid.
That's not ridiculous.
It's kind of like, why are you collecting sport cards? You can't do anything with it.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
Like, I mean, you can make money selling them, but like, what else you gonna use them for? Decoration? Like, you gonna play a fantasy game with some cards? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But when you get to collecting teacups, bro.
This collection represents
Collecting teacups? Who collects teacups? If you out there and you collect teacups, bro, yeah, you are truly lame.
35 years of my life.
35 years of your life collecting teacups, and then that's what happened. I bet you feel really stupid, don't you? You wasted 35 of your years collecting teacups, and all of them are getting destroyed.
Our table!
Or you're collecting some shit like stamps.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Who collects stamps?
Come on, gang. Showers, man. Showers. And even people that be collecting some old ass books. Well, I read sometimes too. Yeah, and also collecting colognes. I probably sound like a stinky ass nigga right now, but
I don't need cologne. I don't need cologne to smell good. That's why you got lotion, body wash, things like that. Like, you don't have to have a cologne just to smell good.
hear me out. I'm not talking about the people that just own multiple fragrances or just want to smell good. I'm talking about those gremlins with the largest cologne collections you ever see. And somehow they look like this. It gets to a point, my dude. Cologne is not saving you. Okay, let's try, the gym. Now tying this to the next one, going to the gym, that's a cool ass hobby. That'd be self-improvement. But this is just a message to all the middle-aged white women who do anything but work out. 7 sets of
What is that? Like, they just look like they just doing stupid stuff to have fun. That is not a workout.
shenanigans and 4 reps of tomfoolery. There's infinitely better ways to get fit, bro. Okay, niggas will do anything but pick up a weight. Okay, now moving on.
She's dropping coins like she's playing. Okay, that's funny. Why is she dropping coins like she's Sonic?
To one of my least favorite hobbies. I don't know if you can even call it that, but whatever you want to call it. But it's podcasts. You can't just keep giving every nigga podcast equipment. Alright, let's put a license on it or some rules or something. It's dead ass becoming a problem having to hear some bullshit on IG Reels just because one guy thought it was a good idea to make a podcast. Because I promise you, it's like one guy in a group of friends and one of them has a bright idea to go,
Guys, we should start a podcast!
don't start a podcast if you don't have any motion, like Joe Rogan who gets some cool ass guests. Or if you're not inspirational and don't have wise words to tell me.
Her booty was so juicy, I told her my penis was large, not a little one.
If you really
What? Oh, what the freak, bro?
don't have anything to bring to the table, maybe that podcast is not such a good idea because it's gonna end up sounding like this.
Put syrup or butter on the pancakes?
Syrup.
Both?
I don't really like butter.
Both.
Why would you not put both on pancake? That's stupid.
Butter is good with chocolate chips, but regular, I'd go syrup.
Okay,
Wait, what? They don't even make. Okay.
now let's think about it. Are podcasts really the meta anymore? If a podcast as successful as Talk Tour can fall off, and now Hawk Tour goes off the grid, how can you say that podcast is still up? That has to tell you something. Okay, jokes aside, why is it the most brainless people that be making podcasts? If I want to hear somebody yap for an hour, at least be like funny or something, or be insightful or have some knowledge on what you're talking about. We all don't need to comment on shit, okay?
Yeah,
I think
no,
Tyler
that's why
said
I
it
don't have a
best.
podcast.
If I was president, the first thing I'd do is take podcast mics away from niggas. Especially like all these red pill podcasts where they swear they're onto something but they're really not. And they're just talking about some bullshit. For an example, let's analyze this clip real quick.
So I measure time. I've compressed and condensed time. I've bent it.
Okay, then let's see how he's done that.
What? You can't. Okay.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy.
I mean, 6-hour day, that's not really a day now, is it?
My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt.
Okay.
What? What is you talking about? That doesn't even make fit. That don't even, I don't know, like I'm so pissed off I can't even speak right now, but that don't even make sense.
Okay, so pretty much all this guy has done is call 6-hour periods a day.
You stupid.
Well, with that logic, my day's every hour. So I have like 100 days a week. Yeah, whose butt's being kicked now? And this next one is probably the most despicable hobby out, and it's being online. You know, I'm not really one to talk because my screen time doesn't really look the greatest, but I'm nothing like you. Yeah, this one goes out to the chronically online people, you know, the keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard warrior, the one that's commenting, the one that makes stupid remarks under people's posts. And the one that comments and says people are stupid, or they might want to call them trash, or they might want to say they're not gonna amount to anything. Like, bro, get off your phone, get off to your computer, get off your keyboard, go take a shower, go outside and smell some roses or something, bro.
Warriors, the full-time Discord mods, and the, you know, stereotypical Redditors. Maybe it's just a handful of y'all giving bad examples, but too many want to diddle kids.
Does it matter?
This is just an astute observation.
He said it doesn't matter, and he got bitch slapped. Yeah, that's funny.
Fine, I know it doesn't apply to everyone in the category, okay? The ones I'm talking about, they all sort of have a certain look to them. You know, a fedora is a dead giveaway, and a neck beard will get you on the right track. And the reason
the neck beard thing is kind of crazy.
Why being online is such a shit hobby is because 90% of the time it's just pure unproductivity. Like, ain't shit getting done when you're online, I promise you. It's just pure doom scrolling, frying your brain till it looks like a raisin. We can just look at other hobbies that are objectively good, like sports. While you're doing it, you're getting fit, or reading, you're increasing your brain power, all while having entertainment at the same time. But fucking IG Reels, bro. Yeah, it's pure entertainment, but you can't tell me this shit is not damaging to the youth.
I'm raising all over the place, going on your face, handing out packets.
But I'm really one to talk now that I deep it. Just look at my videos, bro. It's really just the worst elements of the internet combined into an 8-minute video, just so I can get mid-roll ads. But anywho, we're just gonna ignore everything I just said and move on to our next hobby. Okay, for the last one, I have a real fear in my heart for the people that do this, bro. And it's taxidermy. If you don't know what taxidermy is, it's where you take a dead animal carcass and then stuff it to make it look like it's still alive for display. Yup, that's the real description.
What? That's weird and creepy.
Can somebody please explain to me where the enjoyment in this is? Like, what is this freak ass hobby, bro? I cannot trust a single nigga that is doing this. You know, like, doing it to deer heads is one thing. Still weird as fuck though, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
But when you start combining animals that aren't related at all to create monstrosities, yeah, you are a lost soul, bro. Stay away from me.
What the freak was that? Was that like a cross between a dog and, like a wolf and a bird?
You can go about finding out that this is something you're passionate about. Oh yeah, and gooning. Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. Enough of that.
Yeah. But alright though, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and comment down below. Y'all see me right to next time. It's me, boy, and I'm gonna catch y'all next one. Peace.